Hey everybody! Welcome to Notch, the Innocent Lunar Eclipse Sinners. This is a visual novel that Jace, Chase, and I played through, and we had a fun time. It was really good. This gave me some hiccups while editing. We recorded for like 3 hours straight, and I went and edited and split it into 4 parts for your enjoyment. There is still more to go of this visual novel, so if you guys like it when we record more, I will definitely post it on the channel. Jace has a streaming channel, KJS130, on Plexstorm, which is a not safe for work stream, and they were doing that while we recorded, so that's what some of the random talking to commenters and stuff was. But we had fun. Thanks for watching. Enjoy.
So we're gonna start.
What was it called again? Notch?
Notch, the Innocent Lunar Eclipsed Sinners.
Excellent.
So we start on the Alpha episode. Can you tell me your family name? We need to make it a mix of all of our names. So let's see.
Zace.
I'm pulling up our
Z-A-C-E, because Jace, Chase, and Zanetta. Zace.
All right. This is us now. What is our first name?
Wait a minute.
That was our last name. What is our first name?
I could think of horrible suggestions. Wait, are we that cute little figure we see there with the?
I believe that is who we are. Hi, Radic. How are you? Everyone say hi to Radic.
Hi, Radic.
Hi, Radic.
We have now said hi to Radic. What is our given name, guys?
Being the fact that it's a cute little effeminate female type, we should name it something.
David.
Thank you. Something very masculine.
There we go. Her name is David.
David Zace.
This is terrible. We're terrible people already.
I love it.
This is okay. Everything's fine.
Now this is supposed to be horror, right?
Yes.
The story is fictional. Please treat it as a fantasy show. Any resemblance to any organizations.
Good, and you? I'm doing quite well. It is hot as balls today, and I'm not a fan, but you know, it is what it is.
You're not a fan? Then you can't cool down.
Exactly.
Notch, the Innocent Luna Eclipse Sinners Alpha
episode.
Yay!
Yay!
I feel weird
We're struggling.
doing a recording.
The sky is dark. The wind roars as fierce rain pours down. Do I press enter? Aha! The heavy rain can be heard far and wide, evoking a feeling of sadness.
I'm getting
Guys, we're evoking a feeling of sadness.
Oh.
A black cloud is creeping its way along the dark sky. It spreads far and wide as if it is devouring everything.
I have no sound. You guys have sound?
I have sound.
Yeah, I guess I'm going with
Do you not have sound?
No.
All I hear is rain.
Oh, wait, I turned my headset up a little. I can hear it. Okay, sorry.
Okay.
You guys
I was
are
just
hella loud, though.
panicking on the inside.
You guys are hella loud, though. Let me turn your asses down.
The heavy rain spatters in the forest near the town.
Ah.
It's midnight. The distant town and the forest are all shrouded in an uncomfortable silence. Just like the silence between you and that one uncle.
Ooh.
Ew.
A mysterious visitor breaks the silence a while later. How long is a while?
Why won't it let me turn you down? Turn down for what?
Turn down for what?
You guys are
Okay.
hella loud.
I'm sorry.
It's
A
okay.
blurred figure appears in the distance amongst the dense water mist. Thin steps can be heard in the heavy rain. What are thin steps?
That's,
Look. Good question. I don't
they're
think.
opposed to fat steps, I suppose?
But what are fat steps?
Steps that I make. But I'm batis.
No.
Oh,
Don't do
wow.
that.
That's
A
fucking-
man
me
in
turn
a
you
black
down.
outfit is walking toward the depths of the forest. The forest seems to have a guest tonight.
Ooh. Is it
He
a sexual
probably-
guest?
Probably wants to remain unknown as he is wearing black all over. Wow, guys, so mysterious, so horrific. This is great.
Spook.
A giant stuffed bag is on his back.
Stuffed.
The corners of the bag sag greatly, suggesting that something heavy is inside. Is it a dead body?
It's
That's
my
that's
dick.
all I want to
Yeah,
know.
that's.
It's my dick.
The man in black walks quite slowly. He doesn't seem to be bothered by the giant bag. Maybe it's Santa. He advances slowly. Some liquid is dripping out of the bag. It's blood.
Oh, yeah.
Even on a dark night, the liquid is clearly visible. The liquid's color is totally different from the transparent and pure water. There must be something unusual inside the bag. Wherever he passes by, a distinctive trail is left.
Finger quotes, unusual.
Unusual. To this forest immersed in darkness, the man in black is no stranger. The heavy rain and muddy road keep people from trespassing, but he doesn't seem to care about the heavy rain. On the contrary, he looks like he is enjoying the rain and walks quite slowly. That is disgusting. I hate rain. I hate being wet.
It depends if it's warm rain.
No, not even. Afraid of waking up the sleeping forest, he barely makes a sound.
But thin footsteps.
However, the liquid inside his bag is dripping more and more, and nearly the whole bag is stained.
Drip.
Man in black. What am I going to do with it? People may notice me if I'm not doing something about it. Is it really difficult to bring the whole thing back?
Should we have different voices for different characters?
You're right. Maybe Chase should read for the man in black.
I was thinking Chase should read for the main character because their name is David.
You're right.
I'll read the man in black. I'll whip out my man voice. I got
The
this.
man's abrupt words break the silence, but he is alone, so nobody hears or responds.
Jay should be our narrator.
His cold voice is drowned out by the sound of the rain. Angels.
Humph. It's okay not to bring back the whole body this time. Confirmed. Body.
Yeah.
Body.
I'm going to dispose of it here. In my butt.
Blurting out these words, the man in black throws the bag on the ground heavily. A muffled sound is heard. Only a soft object bumping into hard ground could make such a sound. More and more liquid oozes out due to his violence.
Oddly specific.
The man becomes impatient and unpacks the bag rudely. A human body suddenly comes out. It's a beautiful girl who is lifelessly packed in that bag.
It's David.
It's David. She looks like she is sound asleep. Neither the pouring rain nor the man's violent throw can wake her up.
Nor the blood dripping.
The unknown liquid is from her body. It keeps oozing. It's period blood. Let's all be real here. Her body is covered by the thick-colored liquid. How is a liquid thick-colored? Anyway, the liquid is her blood. We called this, like, 8 slides back, yo. She lost excessive amounts of blood and died. Thank you, narrator. The man stares closely at the girl. She is such a beauty, but she is lying in a pool of blood.
Necrophilia. Hey, if you're a real man, a little blood doesn't stop you. Just saying. Poor girl.
Wow.
Smiling, he draws a sharp knife from his waist. Like, was it in his waist? Was it, like, in his belt on his waist? Like, where did this knife come from?
The waist is a lot of area. He could have had it sheathed in his secret pocket, if you know what I mean.
Vagina. His cold eyes, reflecting the moonlight, are somehow very clear. He slowly bends down and points the knife at the girl, with his eyes filled with contempt and indifference. Okay.
Swooshy noises.
Wonderful. His knife flashes under the moonlight. The girl's fair skin is cut open and blood comes gushing out like a spring.
How much blood she got in her?
Apparently a lot. She, however, is quiet as a doll.
Yeah, she's dead.
Yeah, yeah.
If she were alive, she would not have been able to stand the pain.
Facepalm.
She's dead. We've established that she's dead.
Fuck, the writing in this is
on
fucking
her body
horrendous.
continues gushing with blood, staining his face and body.
I hope you didn't pay for this.
I paid like $2 for it. It's fine.
Okay, it's
he
worth
dips
a lot.
his finger into her blood and sucks it.
Tasty.
Ugh.
Delicious. It's such a pity not to bring it all back. Well, you dropped half of it on the road behind you. But I can't risk being spotted, so I'll leave it here. You're gonna leave the body in the open so you don't get spotted.
Of course. That's definitely how it all works. With another flash, he cuts off a piece of flesh from her.
What did he
Cannibalism? ? It is
I
such a
think so.
brutal cut, more cruel than ever, that exposes her organs and causes
Ooh.
them to scatter all over.
Tasty.
Pretty.
Okay?
Okay, it's enough.
Looks at the tender flesh from the girl and glances at her broken body.
It doesn't even matter if people see her. Who will be the first to find this poor thing? I really want to know. Ha 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 ha.
Oh my god, that was something.
If her body isn't decayed when it's found, her flesh will still be edible.
Ugh.
Uh,
Yes.
The man in
Confirmed.
black bursts out in cold and harsh laughter before quickly running into the depths of the forest.
Wow.
The footsteps once again break the silence in the forest. He soon disappears in the distance.
He and Naruto run the whole way.
Oh yeah, I fucking
The
hope
poor
so.
dead girl is still lying in the cold water with her skin washed pale by the rain. Is she still bleeding? This is what I want to know. Like,
It's just gouts of blood just everywhere.
Chapter 1, The Dark Nightmare.
The
The
day
day
we
we
ceased.
ceased to live.
Ooh.
Ew.
I mean, I'm digging it, but you could tell it was not written in English originally.
Oh yeah, definitely not. I think it was originally written in like Japanese or something.
As most visual novels are.
I'm alone in a strange and gloomy corridor and can't remember how I got here and what happened to me. The corridor stretches on ahead of me, winding and endless. There are countless doors to the dark rooms on the sides of the corridor. The air is filled with a suffocating smell of blood that seems to come from those dark rooms.
I was about to say.
I keep walking in the corridor and stay away from those rooms. I mean, that's a pretty smart idea. I have never been here before. The smell of blood is everywhere in the corridor. For some reason, this is a valley girl. Alright. What is this place? What is inside of those dark rooms? It scares me to think about it. The only thing I want to do is go through the corridor and leave this place as soon as possible. The sound of cold objects colliding, accompanied by the sound of liquid splattering, can be heard unceasingly in the corridor. These sounds creep me out. What exactly is in here? Where is the smell of blood coming from? I have no idea where those sounds are from. What has happened, or what is happening in those rooms? Could they be the places where a psychopathic murderer dismembers bodies and stores them? Ideas like this can make me very fearful.
I love how that's the first thing they went to.
I'm aware of how chilled and fearful I feel, even though the corridor isn't even that cold. I'm afraid something bad may happen to me if I don't leave right now.
Time to
I
feckin'
increase
go.
my pace and walk toward the end of the corridor.
With thin footsteps, I
go
hope.
Neom! With thin footsteps. Only thin footsteps allowed.
Okay, the
I
next
don't
character
know
is...
how long I've been walking. I just focus on the path ahead. It seems to take forever to go through the corridor. When I look around, I find myself in a different place. I can tell that I didn't stay put or keep going round in circles. At first, I was able to see sunlight through the windows of the corridor. Now it's pitch dark outside the windows, so I can tell that I've been walking for a long time. But the long time I've spent walking has all been in vain. As up to now, I am still trapped in this endless corridor.
Poor BB. The next character
came
that
up-
comes up, Chase has to read.
I'm terrible at
Because
reading.
you're the one that hasn't read yet. I came up with the idea of leaving this place through the window, but when I opened it, the only thing I saw was dazzling sunshine. But it wasn't it just dark outside?
Yeah,
Just,
what?
just in the pictures, it's
Everything
dark
I'm
too.
looking for. Flowers, plants, trees, buildings, even the ground is nowhere to be seen. I don't know how high I am off the ground. Normally, no matter how high the floor is, flowers, plants, and buildings on the ground can still be seen. However, looking out from the windows here, I saw nothing except the deep blue sky and golden sunshine.
If you're wondering what the random slobber noise was, that was Rukia.
I didn't hear the random slobbering noise.
Okay, sorry.
I keep wondering how it's possible as I look outside the window. I don't dare to think about what might happen to me if I jump out the window. So I have to give up on the thought and stare ahead and keep walking. As long as I don't stay put or retrace my steps, I eventually will get to the end of this corridor.
You'd think so.
Keep slamming, just keep slamming, just keep slamming. Anyway, although the corridor isn't straight, it is the only road in sight. Maybe the corridor is gay, guys.
It
I
might
have
be.
two choices. One is to go forward, and the other is to turn back. However, going into a walled-up room is pointless and beyond discussion. So I believe I can reach the end if I go along.
How do you know the rooms are walled up, though? Like, you could try a room and it could be the exit door. You don't know.
I stop unconsciously and smell a much stronger scent of blood. The smell is too strong to breathe, but nothing happens around me. Suddenly, the faded fear clutches at me even more strongly. Could it be that I've come to the storage place where the dismembered body is being kept? Or is it the place where a murder is going on? Suppressing this horrible thought, I find cold sweat breaking out on my forehead. Maybe the smell is your period blood. Who knows? The sweat deepens my fear. I stand in the middle of the corridor, stiffly, and watch the surroundings closely. Suddenly, a cold and sharp sound is heard in the quiet corridor. Besides the sharp noise, the sound of liquid splattering and a girl's scream can also be heard. The
Tasty.
scream fills every corner of the corridor. At that moment, the room seems to tremble. After the scream dies down, the corridor returns to a state of terrified silence, just like nothing ever happened.
My ass would be like, hello? Hello?
I find myself trembling from shock and fear. I was able to determine where the scream came from. It came from the room beside me. What happened in there? Who knows? Judging from the scream, it's natural to think about the brutal murder of that girl.
Did you just assume their gender?
Apparently. The cruel dismemberment of that girl emerges in my mind. My fear is reaching its limits. What should I do?
Ooh, into the room
Chase,
or go forward?
do I enter the room or do I go forward?
How quick do we want to die?
Do whatever
I mean,
you
we can
want.
always go back probably and
Yeah,
restart everything.
it's safe.
Enter the room, go for it. I
We
want
enter
to
the
I want
room.
to see.
Got an
The
achievement.
scream of that girl still echoes in my ears. I may save her if I enter the room now. I can't turn a blind eye when someone's in danger.
Gosh,
So I decide to follow that sound and enter the room. Later, I push the door open. How much later? Like 10 minutes? Like 5 seconds? Like, what's later?
I
Anyway,
don't know. A time period has passed. Oh.
After going in, I see a broken room and a great dense white fog. My eyesight blurs upon entering the white fog. If someone were to assault me right now, I would be doomed.
Exposition.
Oh my god.
Oh no!
But now,
If someone was to
Okay.
assault me, takes off pants, I would not be able to see. Takes off shirt. Oh no! Oh, if only someone didn't assault me. Unstraps bra. Oh no, now I'm naked. Oh! Sorry.
But now I get distracted by these thoughts. I try to restrain my fear and panic and look for people in the room. It is
Hello?
really quiet. I carefully walk around the room to try to find the source of the scream. But after a while, to my surprise, I find nothing here. How come? Am I wrong? It is impossible. I heard the sound loud and clear, and it was quite near me. It is no use staying here anyway. I better go out.
Well, that was disappointing.
I go back to the corridor. I'd rather leave here as soon as possible than look for the source of the scream. Therefore, I decide to go along and find the exit as soon as possible.
Let me know how that works out for you.
Yeah, I was
Oh.
hoping to see a dead body.
Oh, it's David!
Chase! Chase's turn to read.
What?
I see a girl's figure when I look ahead in the corridor, but it disappears
Could
immediately.
you imagine seeing a girl here? What?
Someone is indeed here. Judging from that figure, it must be a girl. If so, the sound I heard earlier makes sense. What happened to her? I must chase her down. Chase, we're chasing you down. I'm in full gear
Do
to
you know
run
how
toward the end of
much
the corridor,
I hear
for
that.
there is not only an exit, but also a mysterious girl there. thunder blasts outside the room, and it begins to rain. If I can't get out soon, things will get messier.
How? Well, there's no mess right now.
The strong lightning helps me see clearly which room the girl goes in. She must know the way out. Okay, I must chase her down and clear my doubts. I rush to that room. Clearly saw that girl disappear into the room. I can't be wrong this time. I take a deep breath and open the door. At least the colors are pretty.
It is.
We just got on some shrooms. Hell. What the hell?
I am shocked by the bloody scene. The whole room is covered in blood, which I have never seen. Strong smell of blood tests my limits. I start feeling sick. I throw up badly.
It's better than throwing...
As I am,
as opposed to throwing up goodly.
as opposed to throwing up goodly. As miserable as I am, I still don't want to leave until I find that girl. I feel much better after vomiting most of this stuff out of my system and pull myself together to look closely at the room.
Stuff? What stuff?
I don't know, whatever was in your system.
You mean our system.
Then suddenly, I see...
What?
You're adorable.
Nanami? Are you Nanami?
This girl is Nanami Shio, whom I knew since childhood. I am a little embarrassed to call her my childhood sweetheart.
Gay.
She doesn't seem to recognize me and stands there at a loss. I can't help wondering, why is she here? I feel somehow completely at a loss coming here. But why is she here? The translations, yo.
Yeah.
Nanami Shiho.
I call her again loudly, and this time she responds. She slowly turns to me, but her look is full of fear. I feel cold and stiff when she stares at me. I don't know what to say.
Nanami Shiro, are you okay?
Whoops.
She does not respond, and stands stiffly.
Nanami, do you remember me? I'm David.
Should I do Nanami's voice?
Yes, you do Nanami's voice.
David.
After I tell her who I am again, she finally talks, which comforts me a little.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, that was you. Whoops. Sorry.
Nanami, what happened to you? Wow, my voice just changed Japanese all of a sudden. I don't know why.
It's
Shut the fuck up.
Again, there is an awkward silence. She looks away and keeps silent.
Nanami, could you answer my questions?
No.
Wow.
She remains silent and still, no matter what I ask. What happened to her? She isn't the Nanami I knew. I remember she was a lovely and kind girl. Judging from her expression, she must be horrified. It is inevitable that her character would change under such an environment.
She looks shook.
People have fragile spirits and can be easily scared in a strange environment. What's more, this place is filled with blood and horrible sounds. Anyone would be freaked out easily under such circumstances. Nanami Shio may have already seen many scary scenes, judging by the expression on her face. Nanami is standing there and looking around with a disturbed expression. Same, honestly.
Get down with the sickness.
I finally think of a way to break the awkward silence. The smell of blood doesn't weaken, but deepens during the whole time. Oh, oops. Nanami, I call her once again loudly, but she remains standing still. It appears that the only way of getting her out of this bloody place is by forcing her out with me.
Bad touch.
Suddenly, there is a strange sound in the corridor. The scary sound creeps me out. There is no doubt that Nanami is in great shock. I can clearly see that she is trembling. I can feel that danger is approaching us. If we stay here, then real danger will befall us. Since Nanami Shio isn't injured, the smell of blood must be coming from somewhere else. I'd better check the room first. The only place that hasn't been checked is the place where Nanami is standing, so I need to approach her first.
Chase.
Nanami,
Chase.
Don't move, I'll come over.
Australian intensifies.
Yeah.
No, don't come here.
When I'm about to come over to her, Nanami screams at me all of a sudden.
I'm not screaming. I'm saving everybody's ears.
The thunder blasts again. I'm totally shocked by her scream and the sudden thunder. I flinch and can't move one step forward. I want to step forward, but because of the fear, I can't control my legs.
Chase.
Nanami, don't be afraid. You'll be fine with me.
Even though I say this to comfort her, I'm filled with fear too. I feel like I don't know her at all and have no idea what's going to happen.
Silence.
He is still silent, y'all.
It's the sound of silence.
Nanami.
I notice she's crying, with tears dripping from her cheeks. She must be really scared now. I should rush over to protect her right now.
Nanami, don't be afraid. I won't hurt you.
He's so Aussie right now.
I know. His Australian is increasing with every word spoken.
I start to comfort her while moving toward her slowly.
Silence.
This time, she doesn't strongly reject me. Instead, she stands there and cries.
I promise
Nice.
I'll take you out of here.
Oh,
Ooh.
I mean, we're just forcing
he
ourselves
is
on...
my childhood sweetheart. I can't sit idly by without lending a helping hand. I come to her without her acknowledgement. She can't stop crying, and tears keep dripping down. Nanami
She's
is
kinda
very
cute,
adorable,
though.
even while crying. I suddenly have the urge to hug and kiss her.
That's...
This is not the time. Like, it's smelling like blood, and like you're terrified, and she's crying. Like, this is not the time, my friend.
Yeah,
Anyway,
that's a
now,
really
what am I
shit
thinking
time.
at this critical moment?
Lisa
Now
gained
we are
self-aware.
still in
Exactly.
danger. My mind can't be occupied with her loveliness right now.
Nanami, are you okay?
I try to bring her back to reality. I
Slap
grab
her.
her shoulder with one hand and pat her face with the other
Okay,
hand.
that
But
works, I guess.
Nanami still has no reaction, and she doesn't even look at me.
Her face.
Like
The
that.
sight of her the sight of her helplessness tears at my heart. After wiping her tears, I try to check every corner of the room.
Maybe you guys could just get out of the room. Just...
Silence. Some deformed remains are piled in this corner behind Nanami.
Whose are these?
What are those? Now I'm taken aback.
Those
I
are
find
my
the dead's
Crocs.
4 limbs cut into pieces and their heads smashed.
Tasty.
But judging from the cut open chest, the dead is a girl. There's no
The
need for
dead.
me to identify the dead, since her remains are a mess.
The dead is a
Bet you it's
girl.
Nanami.
The
It's
dead is a
Nanami.
girl.
Nanami must be scared by the remains. It's too much for a girl. So the scream makes sense. But even with the truth revealed, we are still strongly overwhelmed by uneasiness and horror. I think we are strongly underwhelmed by this story so far.
Very much
Yeah.
so.
And overwhelmed by the grammar. Why? Why is this happening?
Ah,
Ah! I feel sick at my stomach again after seeing the horrible scene and smelling the blood. I prevent myself from vomiting and turn my gaze at Nanami. She walks a few steps away from me without me noticing and stares at me in fear. Is she scared of me?
Nanami, let's leave, okay?
No. She can't.
This time I don't give her the chance to refuse me. I immediately grab her hand and see blood is all over her hands. The blood on her soft hands is still warm and wet. Whose blood is this?
No, don't.
She finally starts talking when I'm lost in thought. What she says really surprises me. Is she not willing to leave here, or does she hate me being around?
Be good. It's very dangerous here. I'm gonna talk you out of here right now.
I mean, take, but okay.
Whatever.
Although I have no idea where the exit is, I at
Said I
least
can't
need to
read.
take her away from this disgusting and horrible room. I feel like those are her remains, you feel?
Yeah.
I'm onto it. I dig it. I'm with you. No, I won't go, please. Please.
Nanami once again sheds tears. I am confused and don't know what to do. That seems very typical. for
Viking,
people in
take her
Japan.
out of there. Just throw her over the shoulder.
Sorry, I don't understand. This is such a dangerous place.
David, please.
Nanami, tell me what's wrong. I will help you.
David, please kill me. Oh.
Oh,
Oh,
what?
David, kill me, please. I'm trapped in here.
Nanami, I promise I will get you out of here. Trust me.
No, I am trapped in here. So please, kill me.
Nanami!
Yes. Nanami, what the hell is she talking about? When asked more questions, she keeps repeating those words. It appears that I have to decide what to do on my own. Do we want to take her away forcibly or leave her here?
I mean, if we take her away forcibly, it might kill her anyway. I don't know. What do you think, Chase?
Chat, what do you guys think?
Yeah, chat, since Chase is non-responsive.
I'm just... This is interesting.
If you were in David's shoes, what would you do with Nanami?
Chat is non-responsive today, y'all.
Chat.
I'll just be like, yeah, you're coming with me, ho.
Let's do it.
Alright,
Let's take her away forcibly.
We're taking her away.
Nanami, I'm sorry. I must take you with me today.
As opposed
Today.
to tomorrow.
Not tomorrow, today.
Wait, that might have been a little
Before
too
she
sexual.
realizes it, I'm already carrying her on my back.
Hold on to me, Nanami.
Silence. She says nothing and has no reaction. I finally balance her on my back. After making sure she is okay, I continue walking ahead along the corridor.
I mean, she has
We
legs,
finally make
right?
it to the end of the corridor. I am totally exhausted.
I mean, she has legs, doesn't she? I mean,
Apparently not.
there's a
Oh,
tree at the end of the
Kind
corridor?
of spooky.
Where are we?
After coming out from the room, I walk into a forest. I have never been here before. The forest isn't thick, and the few withered trees around the building reek with an atmosphere of gloom. I suddenly want to see what the building looks like, so I turn around and look back at it. But I only see gloomy darkness, and I can't even see its outline clearly. The only thing I know for sure is that the building is very grand. After all, I have walked forever in it. How did I come here? Who brought me here? I need to figure these out, but time is ticking away. The rain is pouring and we have no place to hide. The building we just got out of is not an option. I feel much safer spending the night outside than staying inside the gloomy building. Besides, with the forest being sparse, I can easily detect danger around us.
Chase.
It's better to walk ahead and find a place to crash.
I keep walking while looking for a shelter. We finally find a cave. I'm totally worn out with Nanami on my back. We'll spend the night here. I look back at Nanami.
Oh, she's cute.
She falls asleep with her eyes closed. After going through
I
all
hope
the shocks, she must be very tired. She's really sweet and doesn't move at all on my back. I hope she isn't dead.
I mean, I hope she falls asleep with her eyes closed.
With the last of my strength, I carry her into the cave.
The cave? Where did the cave come from?
I put Nanami on a clean rock in the cave. I suddenly feel something is wrong. I take a good look at her and find her body is bloodstained.
How is this possible?
Biology.
Nanami is hurt.
Nanami! Nanami!
She is in a deep sleep and does not respond.
Blood loss.
I love how like it puts it puts dialogue for her, and it's just like ... silence.
Building up that
Nanami,
tension.
wake up!
More silence. Amazing. I fear something is wrong, and I start to shake her in hope of waking her up, but nothing works. When I check on her, she has no signs of breathing. I literally was like,
yeah,
she's
fucking
dead. Her body is cold. I recall the words she said when I took her out of that room.
No, I am trapped in here. So, please kill me. We did it, man. We killed her.
Nanami, she probably foresaw her death at that time. Later, I check her body carefully and find a giant wound on her belly. I should have realized her wound when I saw the blood on her hand.
But it also said she didn't have blood on her clothes.
But I simply thought that the blood was from other people. I deeply regret my carelessness, Nanami. Nanami, I'm really sorry. It's my fault. You would have been fine if I had discovered your wound earlier.
Nanami, I'm sorry.
I throw myself against her body, crying. What am I going to do? What should I do?
I
Who
mean, she's
knows?
still
No one
soft,
knows.
right? I mean,
I'm-
soft and
I'm
warm.
willing to do anything as long as Nanami can be brought back to life, but now it's too late.
Soft and warm. I'm going to hell.
Greasy.
When I wake up, I am wet with cold sweat. Opening my eyes, I see neither the gloomy and winding room nor the sparse forest under rain. I am so relieved to find myself in my familiar bedroom. I sit on my bed and collect my thoughts. All the terrible experiences flash back in my head.
Oh, here we go again.
Clear scenes emerge in my head. I keep sweating on the thought of the horror and blood. It's okay. It was just a nightmare. Now everything is over. I keep comforting myself. Pulling open the curtains, I see tranquil and beautiful scenery, which really comforts me. With the sunlight shining in my room, my head gradually wakes up from the nightmare and all the terrible scenes fade away.
Luckily, it was just a dream.
I love how David's
Such a
internal monologue is light and feminine,
little
and their voice is very masculine. I love it so much.
It's such a relief. The dream was indeed a terrible experience. I look up to see the clock. It's 6 o'clock sharp. Is it 6 a.m., 6 p.m.? Who knows?
6 o'clock.
So early?
I didn't sleep well due to the nightmare. Since I already got up, I don't want to go back to sleep. Today is the first day of vacation. I have plans with Nanami. She will come see me at 7. Wait, Nanami? Nanami. She was a heroine in my nightmare.
Heroine?
I'd rather call her a heroine than a close friend or childhood sweetheart.
Besides her strange character and her way of talking in my dream, she was so adorable, as always.
But it was just a dream rather than reality. It would be awful if my nightmare became real.
Still a little sleepy.
I lie back in bed after talking to myself.
Don't do it.
There's 1 hour to go. What should I do now? Should I go to her house or wait for her while lying in bed?
Should fap. Chat, what do you think?
Yeah.
Is chat with us?
Chad is not with us.
I think we should go to Nanami's house. Honestly, I think waiting for her will probably put us back to sleep.
Deciding to go to Nanami's house, I'm quickly on my way. I, after all, had a strange dream about her, and I'm still haunted by those scenes in my dream. Even though it's not real, I still feel the great pain of when I couldn't save her in my dream. I'm really concerned about her. I'd better see her soon. After I see her smiling face and be sure she's okay, the fear from my nightmare will be gone.
As long as there's no tractor trailers all up in her house, like in another.
I see her coming out from her home. She must have come look for me.
Hey, Nanami.
It's creepy. Hey, David.
Morning.
It's rare to see David coming so early.
Yeah, I feel the same.
You strike me as a lazy bones. You never get up early.
Honestly relatable.
Yeah, same. Thanks for watching Notch the Innocent Lunar Eclipse Sinners. This was part 1. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up, share the video. Thanks to my friends KJS130, who was the narrator, my good Australian friend Chase, who was David, and then me, who played Nanami. Oh, come back for the next video, won't you please? Bye for now.